you guys, this is a video to help you with the assignment from Monday, 10/26/2020. This assignment is called Story Critical Characters, Settings, and Objects. And basically, first of all, if you didn't watch the video, you need to go back and watch the video. It's a PowerPoint with some voiceover from yours truly. But then also, you need to make sure that you have this assignment. This was a Google Cloud assignment. If you're having trouble submitting or turning in a Google Cloud assignment, please email Ms. Nasworth directly. You can't just say, well, I couldn't figure it out. You have to turn it in, and if you can't turn it in, I need to know why. But I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to help you complete this assignment. This assignment is on Google Slide, and so some of you have emailed me and said, it's too small, I can't see it. So right here, there is a zoom button. It's this little magnifying glass. If you click on that little triangle right next to it, it says zoom. And just click into it to go to 100%. And then it'll be big enough where you can see it. So the directions tell us story critical characters, settings, and objects. Remember, story critical means that it's important to the story. So we're talking about a character, a setting, or an object that is important to the story. In every story, there are certain people, places, and things that are especially important. These are called story critical characters, settings, and objects. Authors highlight these story critical elements by stopping and taking time to describe them. We want to read each story plan below and think about the characters, settings, and objects that would be most interesting to the reader. Underline or highlight the story critical characters in red. So the story critical characters are red, the story critical settings in blue, and the story critical objects in green. Now, a few questions that have been asked. Can there be all three in each one? Absolutely. If you're unsure, it's better to play it safe and like do too much than to do not enough. So I'm going to do the first one with you so that you can kind of see what it's supposed to look like, and just in case you're not sure, I can show you how to use the highlighting tool or the underline tool. So number one, as soon as I walked into the gym and heard Henry's band rocking out at top volume, I knew this was going to be a school dance to remember. Before I lost my nerve, I stashed my bulging backpack under a chair and asked Kyle to dance with me. So we've got to find the story critical characters. We're going to underline those in red, the settings in blue, and the objects in green. So let's focus on the story critical characters in red first. So we've gotten a few things mentioned. When we're talking about story critical characters, we're talking about the characters that we might want to know more about. So right now, I've got a couple of characters that could be critical to the story. One is Henry. So I'm going to highlight that red. So you just drag and drop. You drag across your cursor across whatever you want to highlight. And then your highlight button is right here. It looks like a little paintbrush. And then I also have Kyle. He could be important to the story. So I'm going to do the same thing and highlight him red. My story critical setting. Well, it's in the gym. I'm going to highlight that blue. I'm going to choose kind of a lighter shade of blue so I can see through it. And it's a school dance. That might be important, especially since she talks about dancing later in the paragraph. Before I lost my nerve, I stashed my bulging backpack under a chair and asked Kyle to dance with me. Story critical object. Well, the fact that they called this a bulging backpack, this could be something that is important later. So I'm going to highlight that green. Okay? So you're just looking for a story critical character, setting, or object in each of these. Could there be one where there's not an object? Sure. Could there be one where there's not a character? Sure. Or a setting? There's probably always going to be a setting. But go ahead and mark the ones that you think. And then remember, on your copy, there will be a blue button here that says submit. And that's how you submit a Google Cloud assignment. Again, if you're having trouble submitting one, please let me know by sending me an email.